Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know this video is totally different from any other content that I share here on my channel, and this is not the way that I typically even film my videos, but sharing this news and making this announcement just did not feel right by including it in a 30-second voiceover clip or announcing it solely over on Instagram or a community post on YouTube even. I just really wanted to sit down and chat with you guys and have a more friendly, personal conversation and experience here. So I did think about scripting this video, but I just want it to be really personal, really heartfelt, and a real conversation. And so it's unscripted. I thought about doing my makeup even, but then I thought it's 80 degrees in my house, so it'll probably melt off of my face anyway. But if I get emotional, I don't want mascara and foundation running all over my face and clothes. And again, I just want it to be friends sitting down chatting, and so I hope that vibe is coming across to you, and I hope that you can appreciate it. If you have still clicked on this video, even though it's not my usual content, and you're still here now and you're still here by the end, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your time with me and for listening to what I have to say, celebrating this moment with me, and supporting me through this. You will truly never know how important you are to me and how much I cherish and am humbled by the love and support that I am shown from my subscribers and viewers here on YouTube, followers on Instagram, this internet community that we have built. I am just so thankful. So thank you for your time. But without further ado, I just want to announce that I am launching a new branch of Loving Life as Megan through Patreon. So the Loving Life as Megan Patreon is now live and available for you to sign up for membership if you are interested in additional content from me, including but not limited to day in the lifestyle videos, behind the scenes, how I plan makeovers, how I budget for our family, budget for meals, meal planning, grocery hauls, shopping hauls, Q&A videos, tattoo tours, literally all of the content that is requested from me pretty much on a daily basis. There is a link down in the description box if you are interested in signing up for membership. There will be 2 tiers available for you to choose from. The first tier will be $5 per month and will grant you access to 2 vlogs per month. I say vlogs, but again, it is a mixed bag of all of that content. It will also give you behind the scenes sneak peeks and updates on projects that I am currently working on, community posts that I will be sharing on the Patreon platform, voting rights to content that I will share not only on Patreon but also on my YouTube channel. And the second tier will be $10 a month, and that will gain you access to 4 vlogs per month and exclusive live Q&As every single month, kind of like a live hangout, I would say, as well as all of those same behind the scenes community post polls and voting rights as the $5 tier. So that is everything that I'm going to be offering on my Patreon at this time. I have hinted at this over on Instagram quite a few times now, mostly in my Instagram stories, and every time I have received a very mixed bag response. Some of you are over the moon, can't wait, are so excited, not only for that type of content, but also for the opportunity to show your love and support even further and connect with me above all, even further than you can through cleaning videos here on my channel. And others of you have been extremely critical, upset, and withdrawn your support from my Instagram and my YouTube for even suggesting that. And both feelings are absolutely valid and okay, and I appreciate nice, constructive feedback and have taken that into consideration when I have considered what type of content that I will be sharing over there, the pricing of the tier structures, the accessibility to me, as well as to the platform and the community in general, and also if I should even launch it at all or not. And it has been a great source of stress and anxiety for me at some times, and it has also been a great source of inspiration and interest and excitement for me at other times. So I just wanted to give you a little backstory, maybe, or maybe even offer an explanation, I guess, of how I came to this decision, why I came to this decision, and what you can expect from it. I want to be as transparent as possible and answer some of the most asked questions and respond to some of the messages that I've received about this decision. So probably the number one thing that people have been upset about is that as I've hinted at launching a Patreon, so many of you have thought that it means I'll be leaving YouTube. And I'm here to calm those fears and that anxiety and say absolutely not. I'm still going to be on YouTube. I will still be as present as I ever have been on YouTube. Unfortunately, I know it looks as if I'm taking a step back right now because my upload schedule has been so inconsistent, and for that I am so sorry. I can't even express how stressed it makes me, but there are just situations out of my control right now. The number one thing being that we are currently without any air conditioning in our home, and it is extremely hot where we live, and it just hasn't been fixed yet. The parts haven't even arrived. It's a major repair to the outdoor unit. I know I have talked about it in a couple of YouTube videos and in a community post, but it just makes it very difficult to film, edit, and do voiceovers. Even right now, I'm so self-conscious thinking that you can see the sweat pouring down my neck and my face and my chest, and I'm just making do with what I have right now. But I promise Patreon is not a replacement for YouTube. It never will be a replacement for YouTube. I still love what I do here. I still feel called to this. I love building the community here, chatting with you all in comments and Instagram DMs, sharing the videos that I do share, and I know the power of those videos. I was a YouTube viewer and subscriber before I was a YouTuber, and I still am, and it's not lost on me. The people that need this type of content to uplift them, motivate them, get them moving and going through their days, I see you and I've been you, and I would never take that away from you. The people that like the free access to me, my lifestyle, or the content that I'm sharing, I understand you too, and I am one of you as well. And just the people that enjoy these types of videos on YouTube, you are also valid, and I'm not taking that away from you. So no, Patreon is not a replacement. I'll still be on YouTube. If you are a longtime viewer and subscriber, then you will know that there have been so many times that I have brought up how much I really enjoy vlogging and lifestyle related content. I love creating it. I feel so inspired by it, and I feel like it's such a creative outlet. But above all, I really enjoy the connection that can come from it. Every time that I share even a snippet into my life, my mental health status, my parenting preferences, even our grocery hauls and meal plannings that I sometimes integrate into cleaning videos, the response is always so overwhelming and, for the most part, exceptionally beautiful, and I love that. I love that connection. I love feeling heard and validated, and doing that for other people, making them feel heard and validated, giving them something that they can relate to, and I would love to do more of it. Unfortunately, the YouTube algorithm is not set up to favor that. It really wants you to niche down, and every time that I have tried to expand outside of that niche, it takes my channel months to recover from it. And while I love sharing this content on YouTube, I also rely on this for my family's financial security, and so I can't just say F the algorithm and do what I want. I want to have a successful channel, and that means giving my viewers and the algorithm what they're looking for in order to reap the benefits of that hard work, and that is just as important as the work itself. So I can't just integrate the content that's being requested into the channel I already have, or the content that I want to create into the channel that I already have. So I've also toyed around with the idea of creating a separate vlogging YouTube channel, and what always holds me back from that is the hate that comes along with it. I have seen time and time again and just been completely devastated, to be honest. Devastated by the negativity that comes from and is thrown at vlogging YouTubers, lifestyle YouTubers, and other YouTubing moms that just want to connect with and uplift and empower others by sharing their real relatable life. A lot of things in my life are so sensitive or personal to me, and while I would love to share them in a safe space, I don't believe that sharing them should just be an open invitation for people to tell me how wrong I am or accuse me of not really having kids because I don't film them, which has happened so much, but then also accuse me of exploiting kids if I do, which has also happened. There's no way to please everyone, and to be honest, my true intentions are just to build a connection, allow other people to feel seen and heard and validated and empowered and uplifted and inspired in the situations that they may be experiencing that mirror situations that I am experiencing, or a lifestyle that I like to lead. And I don't think that having that intention and sharing that content should be met with constructive criticism or outright hate or any kind of criticism, really, because that's not what I'm asking for or looking for. I just want to build a community where I feel safe and other people feel safe to be their 100% true, authentic selves. So it's a very long explanation for why I ultimately determined that a YouTube vlogging channel would not be for me. In suggesting that, or even explaining some of that the few times that I have, I've also seen a lot of backlash of people saying, why would you charge me for that? If I want a deeper connection with you, or if I'm asking for that type of content and there's a platform where you can share it for free, why would you make me pay for it? I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not supporting in that way. You're taking advantage of my support. And I just want to say, first and foremost, I would never take advantage of your support. It means so much to me that there aren't even words for it. It has changed my life, and that's not lost on me, and I'm so grateful. I also feel like my hard work deserves to be compensated. My time is also valuable, and people are less likely to pay if all they are there for is to hate and be mean. There is a free platform where I could share it at no cost to you, and to be honest, creating a YouTube channel, I could theoretically make way more money than I could on Patreon. I know how to grow a successful YouTube channel and get into the algorithm, take advantage of the algorithm, and create content there, gain sponsors, all of that. But I want this connection to be something different. I don't want it to be dictated by the algorithm. I don't want to have to find sponsors for it in order to rationalize the time spent doing it. I don't want anything about it to feel fake or disingenuous. And above all, I want a safe place, and I just don't feel like YouTube is safe for the type of content that I would like to share. So as much as I hear that concern and totally respect anyone who does not see fit to support in that way, I completely get it. I just want it to be a two-way respectful street, if that makes any sense. So I hope that that came across the right way. Please trust that I have the best of intentions. And the last thing that I'm going to say on this subject is, so I just want to read this message chain back and forth. I think that it might give you a little bit more insight into what I'm trying to avoid, but also where I'm coming from and what my concerns have been. I'm just gonna have my phone here so that I can read it verbatim and not put words in anybody else's mouth or even in my own. But I had done a Q&A over in my Instagram stories, and someone DM'd me in response to one of my answers in that Q&A about how much work really goes into creating YouTube content, especially in my niche. And I wanted to share because I'm sure she thought that she was sharing constructive or nice criticism, and it didn't come across that way and was actually very belittling almost. It was sad the way that she was talking to me and the way that I had to respond. Okay, then why do you do it? Talking about creating YouTube content. If it's that bad and that traumatizing for you, talking about criticism and hate online. I mean, not for nothing, but I call it the Kardashian effect. If you're going to put yourself out there and make yourself public, don't you kind of have to deal with the public in itself? And any remarks that might come in and what the public thinks of you, that must have come with the territory and the end result, the money. The Kardashians, as their popularity and fame was growing, used to complain about the same thing, that they knew deep down inside that that was the price that they had to pay for their fame. I just don't understand YouTubers that put their whole lives on display and then complain when people comment about it. It's almost an oxymoron in itself. To me, I like to subscribe to people who are going to uplift and motivate me. If I want to hear complaints and bitch, I'll just go into my teenagers' rooms and listen to that anytime. Just food for thought! Exclamation point. I think this is a huge misconception about lifestyle YouTubers and vloggers and YouTubers in my niche, and because I see it so often, I thought it was worth addressing. It speaks exactly to what I am afraid of and have anxiety about, that if you put yourself out there, doesn't this just come with the territory? It's the price of the money that you're going to receive from it. And I don't think it should. So my response: there is a lot to unpack in this message, so bear with me as I try to respectfully address it all. I did not say it's that bad and traumatizing. I said it's not therapeutic and often misunderstood, just like many other jobs and career paths. I also don't put myself out to the public. I clean, declutter, organize, decorate, and DIY my house in an effort to motivate, inspire, and empower others who need it. I don't create, exaggerate, or reenact situations in my life for ratings, fame, or money. In fact, I'm an incredibly private person and share very limited information about my actual life. The private information that I do share is only with the intention to destigmatize mental health topics and to normalize acceptance. But even if I did share my whole life or more of my life, it's still not an open invitation to criticize and hate. That type of mentality only works to normalize bullying. Lifestyle content is shared for those who can relate and enjoy it. If it's not you, that's totally fine, but you should be able to silently move on from it. If you wouldn't feel comfortable saying something to a stranger to their face in public, then you shouldn't feel comfortable saying it behind a keyboard. If I wanted someone's advice, criticism, judgment, or input, I would ask for it. But here's some real food for thought. By your own words, you subscribe to people to feel uplifted and motivated, and you just approach your teenagers for complaints and bitching. Meaning, you have no tolerance for perceived negativity from the people you follow online. The people you follow online share content to empower, uplift, and support others. They shouldn't be expected to accept the negativity that you don't tolerate for yourself. And I 100% stand by that. So anyway, this is just a boundary for me. I am not open to hate or criticism, or even what some people want to call constructive criticism about my life. I'm just not. That's not what I'm asking for, that's not what I'm looking for, and that's not the type of community that I'm trying to create. At the same time, I'm absolutely not trying to create an echo chamber or have everyone just gather around me, lift me up, put me on a pedestal, and praise me. Absolutely not. I just want an authentic, genuine, safe community where I can be myself, and those who can relate to myself feel comfortable being themselves as well. So that's what I'll be creating over on Patreon. I hope that you can respect that decision, even if you choose not to support it, and that you can still enjoy my content here on YouTube. But if you do want additional access to me, a greater connection, more insight into my life, the content that you guys have literally been requesting every day since day one, then you can click the link in my description box and choose whichever tier best fits you, your budget, your finances, and your desire for connectedness. I hope and pray that this is something that you guys are just as excited about as I am. And again, thank you so much for all of your continued love and support. I am an absolute sweaty mess now, and I just need to stop filming and turn the fan back on. But I will see you guys in my next video and on Patreon.